Welcome to Getting Started with Polar M400 and Polar Flow. Next, you'll see how to do first-time setup for your M400 and how to create a new sport profile at the Polar Flow service. First, check that there isn't any moisture or dirt in the micro USB port. Keep the cover firmly closed when you're not using the USB cable. Next, connect your Polar M400 to your computer with a standard micro USB cable. The battery symbol tells you that the cable is connected correctly. Let it charge while you get started. Next, we will go through the first-time setup for M400 at the Flow web service. Now go to flow.polar.com/start. Download Polar Flow Sync and run the installer. Flow Sync transfers training data between your M400 and the Flow web service. It will also make sure that your M400 is up to date. You can always trust that the new software updates offered by Polar are better than the old ones. So please, update the firmware whenever Flow Sync offers it. Polar Flow web service will open automatically on your web browser once the installation is complete. If you already have a Polar account, we recommend that you use your existing username and password. Otherwise, create a new account. Fill in your personal details to the service. They will then be transferred to your Polar M400. Enter as accurate information as possible to get a realistic daily activity goal and specific feedback based on your performance. Here you can select the language for your M400. You can also change the language later in the product settings in the Flow web service. Now that the setup is done, let's take a quick look at how to create and edit sport profiles for your M400. Click your name in the upper right corner and select Sport Profiles. Here you can create new sport profiles and define specific settings for each one of them. For example, you can create tailored views for each sport you do and choose what data you want to see when you train with your M400. Once you've finished all your fine-tuning in the Flow web service, remember to sync your M400 with Flow Sync. To connect M400 to your mobile, download the Polar Flow mobile app. Then sign in with your Polar account. To connect your M400 with the Flow app, go to Settings, General Settings, Pair and Sync, Pair New Device, and select your Polar mobile. Check that Bluetooth is enabled on your phone, then enter the PIN code shown on your M400 to your phone and tap Pair. Once M400 shows pairing completed, you're all done. You can keep your data up to date wherever you are. Press and hold the back button to sync your M400 with Flow app to get a quick overview of your activity and training. Analyze, plan, and share your performance with the Flow web service.